What's up, guys? Tonight we are going to work on this pig. It is a 2013, which is actually a late model 2013 to 2014 Ram. The reason I say that is it still has the leaf spring suspension in the rear, but there's a few updates and certain things that are from a 2014, like the transfer case has a different wire for the ground. Weird stuff like that. So 2013, sometimes a 2014, depending on what I'm doing to it. And I've found this out for the last 200,000 miles. So right now, just getting it in. I have the FOSS fuel system in it, and I'm going to change out the fuel filters in that, change out the fuel filters on the truck, change the oil, and then I'm probably going to change the transmission fluid as well. This truck has a RevMax 700 series 68 RFE. It has every billet aluminum and billet upgrade that you can possibly put in it, including the deep pan. So it is quite expensive to change out the fluids. I think the whole system's like 22 or 24 quarts. I can't even remember. I have to look up on my notes to check and see. But I do have to change the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, which is recommended through RevMax. Other than that, the truck has a 4-inch lift. I run 37s on it, and with the transmission, I have to re-gear it. So right now it is geared to 411 gears. I basically tow anything and everything that will fit on my trailers with it, and I don't have any issues. Hopefully, I can get a job going down to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. We're talking to one of my friends to deliver a truck out there and then help him. He's going to be moving back up north to northern Wisconsin, not quite far as north as I am, but close. So that's going to be what we're doing, is getting the whole truck ready. I'll probably even clean it, detail it. I also found that I probably need to replace the ball joints in it. The truck has just under 200,000 miles. I have replaced them once before. I'm probably just going to replace them now while I have everything in the shop and going from there. Just a little bit of play. Otherwise, oil right now, I don't know why, but it is impossible to find Rotella T6. I'm going to go with the STP 5W40. It is the synthetic diesel motor oil. That's what this truck calls for, and that's what I've always ran in it. I've had good luck. I usually run the T6, but again, up north in this whole situation, I cannot find it anywhere. Fuel filters all going to be Napa Gold, and the reason is they're always in stock when I go, and they're cheaper than buying the actual filters that go on it. Otherwise, Mopar for my oil filters and my truck fuel filters, everything goes Mopar. Just keep it factory, why not? It's really not that much of a price difference, at least for me. I do have an account. Otherwise, looking over everything else, I did notice that my steering damper, the cover over it is trashed, and not only that, I'm pretty sure it's blown out. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do is rotate my tires. These are 37 by 13.5 R17. They're 10 ply. They are a wonderful highway tire that does terrible in the snow and terrible in the mud. Sorry, Nitto, but they suck anywhere other than on the road. On the road, they still do very well. They're very quiet. They balanced out fairly easy, which I was impressed with, but I am going to rotate them, and I think that's just about it other than cleaning out the truck. So we'll get to starting and make it happen. Under the truck, love changing oil on the Cummins is all I need. No socket, no anything like that. I'm just going to stick my 3/8 inch drive into the plug, and I'm going to unthread it, and I'm just going to drain everything into my 5-gallon bucket. So nothing hard, nothing complicated, nice and easy. Don't forget, that oil might be a little hot. All right, let this thing drip down. It's got a little bit of oil, kind of just still dripping. All we're gonna do, put that plug right back in. And take the old paper towel, wipe everything clean. After that, I'm gonna take snug up that plug again one more time. Any drips or anything like that, wipe it off. That should be pretty good. Probably take some cleaner and just clean everything off down here. Make it look a little nicer. It's gonna get dirty anyways. That's what always happens. Up front, we got the oil filter. It's right up there. What I have is fancy little grabber. As I go to loosen it, it's gonna tighten down and it's gonna grab that filter and then help me twist it off, because these things are really stuck on. So check it out and tell me what you think, if it's a good tool or not. Okay, so actually I'm kind of glad that this happened. When I took the old oil filter out, as you can see, the rubber O-ring, this is the new filter, the rubber O-ring stayed on top. So make sure that when you do this, you check to make sure that that does not happen to you. If you try to put the new oil filter up there and it's still stuck, it is not going to seat properly and you will have problems. So make sure that gasket comes off of that top and you check to make sure the new one has it on there. Got that. Goes right in there. That's the new one. Make sure that doesn't stay on there. New Mopar filter. STP. Sweet oil. A little sarcastic, but like I said, I can't get any Rotella. T6. Make sure you fill your oil filter up before you reinstall it. Now you can pour it in, it's gonna go up to the top, it'll go through all of the filtering, fill it up again, let it go down, fill it all up till it's full. Important, don't forget to fill your oil filter before you put it back on the truck. Now it does make it a little bit harder to install, but not totally crazy. I spilled a little. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it around the seal of the oil filter. That should help it not stick on as hard and as much when I reinstall it. Spilled a lot there, but make sure you refill your oil filter. Now we'll install it. Reach up in there. And don't forget the basics. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So I want to make sure it's on there straight. Get it on the threads. And lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So we're going to turn it clockwise. Hand tighten it. And we should be good to go. After you get the new oil filter filled up and put on, first what we're gonna do is take the oil that we have still left over from filling the oil filter, get yourself a funnel, come up to the top, and pour the rest in. Now, check your owner's manual. Check everything over to verify how much oil you need in your oil change. I'm going to put what is recommended for my service change with an oil filter, which is 12 quarts. So that's what we're going to put in right now. And then afterwards, I will check the dipstick and make sure that it is level and where it's supposed to be. Oil's been changed. Now what we're gonna do is move on to the fuel filters. It's basically kind of the same thing as the oil filter. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. We're going to take the fuel filters off, fill them with diesel fluid, and then we're going to put them right back on. So not like it's anything crazy. I don't think I need to show you guys this, but I will show you. Truck again. Driver door, passenger side driver door. On mine, they're gonna be tucked right up there. Again, this is my FAS or FOS, all sorts of different ways to pronounce that, but that is my lift pump system and fuel system. So that's where I'm gonna change my fuel filters. Again, Napa Gold. You can get all sorts of different brands. There's every which ones you can think of, but just got what I could get in town, and they're pretty much all the same anyways. Once you have everything done, you can go into your menu, go to Oil Life, and hold the right arrow to reset it. Oops. Same thing with your fuel filter life. And there we go. We are all set.